Begin Podfix Network transmission in 3, 2, 1.
We are the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the side chicks featuring Yummy and Dark Phoenix. We are the side chicks because we give our side of the issues.
That's right. We explore pop culture and relationships. And if you want a behind the scenes glimpse of what fully grown and seductive women talk about when no one is listening, no holds barred, this is your podcast. By the way, not for Karens or for prudes and not safe for work.
So visit us at yummyfearless.com.
All right. So what about Kathy Griffin?
Oh gosh.
Kathy Griffin is gonna be she's my fearless. She gets my fearless award today.
Yeah, Kathy is not.
She trolled Elon Musk.
And he fell for it.
And he kicked her off of Twitter. He personally kicked her off of Twitter after she impersonated him. And she came back as her dead mother on Twitter.
I did not know that part.
Yes, she came back as her dad. She came back after she got kicked off of Twitter. She came back as her dead mother.
No.
And proceeded to roast his ass. And everybody was here for it. She did hashtag free Kathy Griffin. Oh, love that, Kathy. Troll his dumb ass.
But I'm actually surprised at his level of sensitivity. I didn't expect him to be this sensitive.
Oh, I bet he has a small penis.
Yeah.
And if he has a small penis, you know what comes next. All the emotions. Yeah. So, you can tell he got a small he's very sensitive, just like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Probably have small penises and, all that entails.
But that's really crazy as a business person. It's like, well, why are you on here having hissy fits for people making fun of you?
Mm-hmm. And you're a complete dickhead. You're a complete dickhead.
But the other thing is, ultimately, though, you will benefit from the use of your site.
Seems like it, yeah.
So why, especially when he's like, I'm a absolutist in terms of free speech.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
He's so fucking sensitive.
Doesn't seem like it, Elon. But you're having 3 kids by 2 baby mamas within a month.
Daddy, he is definitely a baby daddy.
Does that seem like a businessman's move?
I wouldn't say that I was like the biggest Elon Musk.
Oh, I definitely am not.
But I did have a certain level of I guess admiration and respect for him for what he's accomplished. But getting to know him a bit more since he's took over Twitter, I just been kind of like, damn.
Yeah, I knew that shit about him when he first was talking about buying Twitter, because we knew the reason he wanted to buy Twitter was because he felt that Twitter, I guess, was silencing Donald Trump's bullshit.
Yeah.
And so I already knew. And they said that the N-word increased by like 26% in the first day of Twitter, of him owning Twitter. So I kind of suspected his small penis having ass. I don't know this for sure, but I'm just guessing.
But he definitely seems like he does not know what he's doing, in terms of the company as well.
Oh, he knows.
The amount of people that he's laid off, then claiming to be, into the free speech part, but still censoring people, then saying that he was gonna, cut back on I guess people false information, but then himself sharing false information. I mean, it's like, it's odd.
It's not odd. It's very clear. It's very clear. It is what this country has devolved to, which is misinformation, alternative facts, alternative truths or whatever. And welcome to the age of Donald Trump. I mean, he made it possible for people to have platforms like this to be elevated, their voices to be elevated. So it's not odd to me. It's very par for the course. Doesn't surprise me at all.
Fascinating.
But
fascinating.
Yeah.
So, a few weeks ago, the rapper DaBaby released a new album. I think it's called DaBaby 2 or some shit like that.
How is it? Did you listen?
I don't fuck with that nigga. I don't know.
I didn't listen.
The biggest way that he tried to promote this album was by a video in the lead single where he said that he had sex.
Oh yeah, with Meg Thee Stallion. They class A, DaBaby. They class A.
Tacky.
Oh my gosh. Who kisses and tells besides Nick Cannon? Now you have joined the ranks of Nick Cannon. Nick fucking Cannon.
But what do you think about guys that kiss and tell?
That's some bitch ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's some bitch ass, especially if it's a celebrity. You don't out that's akin to outing a celebrity. Yeah. And I got to get an NDA now for you?
Right.
I know I have to get an NDA for all these regular people, but now I have to get NDAs for all the celebrities, which maybe that's something that celebrities do.
But like, damn, we supposed to be in the same business. But just generally speaking, I mean, he was clearly trying to get clout.
You think so?
Absolutely. Like that was like his basic album marketing plan, because he even did a video for this song and he had like a actor playing her.
No.
In the video.
No way. Mm-hmm. I thought he was cool with Meg. I mean, he has invoked her name in so many songs.
People called them work. They were work spouses.
Wow.
They were work spouses.
And then you're going to do me like this, DaBaby? That's some bullshit.
But I'm going to say this for any man, period. If you are kissing and telling, use a bitch. If you're not sure about this, if you're not sure, you are
loser.
You're a loser, because if the woman doesn't want to put it out there that she fucks with you or has ever fucked with you,
yeah,
that ain't for you. I don't care who you are.
Yep.
As a man, you do not come off looking good if you do that.
Well, we know who else did that.
Who?
Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon named names of all the chicks he smashed, including
right.
I mean, a lot of women celebrities that he smashed. And I mean, that's like breaking the ranks in a sense. That's like
Because the thing about it, like, even as a woman, like if you were to be like sharing like a motherfucker's performance,
right? Bet you wouldn't be talking
really, like break a lot of niggas. You know, like really, if niggas
penis
like
sizes.
really knew what women, but you try to keep a motherfucker business, right?
And here he comes.
Like, yeah, but then and then the other thing is that like I've noticed it's always niggas with the trash dick that be out there running their mouth. It's like if you was laying that little pipe you laying,
yep,
you should never open your mouth. Now it's different. If you laying some serious pipe, then yeah, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, he blowing backs out.
Which, let's be honest, DaBaby, I'm just not buying that you are a stellar performer. I'm just not buying that. I'm just not buying that. And you're small. You're small.
Tiny.
You're teeny.
But he does so much bullshit. I don't know. Like all that stuff is feminine to me. Like
the misogyny.
Yeah.
The calling women bitches, the strippers, to me that's almost it's too over the top to me.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. And like I look at like a lot of these situations and like men today, and it just makes me uncomfortable, because I remember a time when men had like a certain degree of mystery to them.
Oh, really?
I do. When men had a certain degree of mystery to them, to where like a man would not be, to me, on the wavelength of a woman in terms of speaking on women business, or, like, oh, girl, I just feel like men be on the internet gossiping.
Yeah, like want to fight and.
Right. Or talking about women's stuff or getting in between, like, conflict, and it's bitch-like to me. Like, all of that is feminine to me.
So you don't think that existed before?
I think it existed before, but I don't think it existed as much as it does now. Or perhaps, with social media, that you just see it a bit more. But I guess it's the kind of thing like, don't nobody know you a fool until you open your mouth. And
right.
So maybe you can just hear it.
Yeah.
There was a time when you didn't necessarily have the opportunity to hear everybody's fucking opinion. So you just would see motherfuckers and there was a certain level of mystery, but like you hear stuff like, but
I think it's the millennials. Goddamn millennials.
At least pretend. Niggas used to at least pretend to be men. They used to at least pretend.
But then that led to the whole DL thing. Well, I mean.
Well, that's not man. That's us. That's just sex. That's a sexual orientation. That's not like manhood.
Well, you said pretend to be men. At least they were pretending to be men. I think those same pretenders might have been down low brothers. Who knows? But I appreciate your point, and I have to concur that, kissing and telling, getting into spats on the internet, even carrying over, carrying it out, so there's a prolonged spat. All of that is very feminine behavior.
Well, so even like the thing with the baby, so he and Megan were cool and they worked together and all of that. But then he took sides with the rapper that allegedly shot her.
Oh, snap.
And then he brought him on stage right after she performed. Yeah, so that's like how all sort of played out. Even
drama.
He had like a restraining order against him at that time. The guy shot.
Okay, yeah.
So even after she and the baby was supposed to be, they had an actual, I guess, friendship. He brought the guy that allegedly shot her out on stage at the Rolling Loud right after she performed.
Wow.
So that's what I mean about, like, to me, that's like all of that is feminine.
Yeah. There's more to that story.
That's feminine shit right there to me.
Yeah.
And even in the song where he mentions her, which he tried to launch his whole album, which is why his shit don't pop, because he lame as fuck. That's because his bitch behavior. He part of the line was, he says the day before she got shot, he was fucking on her.
What?
Yeah, so this shit it's dirty. Like it's dirty, foul. That's not how men conduct themselves.
No.
That's not in it, and it's not a good look. And
it's not a good look at all.
Get into like, the whole race thing, but it's not a good look for men to appear to be attacking a woman. One, it's not a good look.
Nope.
It's not a good look for Black men.
Definitely not.
And then to further add to this, recently Drake and 21 Savage just released their project, Her Loss, and Drake had a line also attacking Megan Thee Stallion.
What did he say?
And something to the effect, bitch line about getting shot.
Damn.
Then he criticized her music, then said she went to college and basically still don't know nothing.
Oh,
I'm summarizing what he said.
Okay, now I gotta wonder about Meg now.
I don't.
Is she making enemies?
I don't. So here's the thing. It's a pile on, is what it is. It's a pile on.
But Drake doesn't have any reason to. I can see the baby doing that, but Drake doesn't have any.
He does.
But okay.
Why? So when I looked at it because other people had said that. Let me tell you why. And here's the pettiness of it. So Meg has had this ongoing legal dispute with her label, 1501 Carl Crawford, out of Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Because she went on to sign in addition to Jay-Z's management. And she's been in court. She still is in court with them trying to, dispute her contract or whatever.
Sure.
That gentleman, Carl Crawford, is good friends with Jay Prince, who created Rap-A-Lot Records.
Okay.
Drake has been affiliated with his entire career with the Jay Prince family. He shots them out constantly. They provided coverage when he had issues with Puff Daddy. When Puff Daddy smacked him,
oh Lord,
Jay Prince intervened. So Carl Crawford, Jay Prince has been advocating for Carl Crawford against Megan Thee Stallion. So Drake is just expressing the sentiments from the people within his camp against Megan Thee Stallion. That's what the fuck that's about. And that's further bullshit. That's further bullshit. Promise you that's what that's about.
So the piling on is what you're calling it.
It's piling on. And it's ignorant. I think it doesn't look good. I think it isn't necessary. Like, they can continue their legal disputes, however, let it play out. But to have like these men, getting together like superheroes and publicly attacking this girl and black men at that, I'm sorry. That shit does not look right.
Tory Lanez, is that the one?
Tory Lanez.
Okay.
Yeah, Tory Lanez. And in addition to that, Drake and Tory Lanez are cool. So and they're both Canadians.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know Tory Lanez was Canadian.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, because I'm like, why would I mean, she was intentionally shot in at first I thought it was like an accident or something, or some mishap. But then come to find out, I guess when she reported it, she was just saying she got shot in both feet, I guess. But what would prompt somebody to do that? Even the shooting in the feet seems, I don't know, it seems weird. It's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah, I mean, all of it is weird. But the thing is, there are court proceedings for all of it. So let it play out.
Could it be that they have a vendetta because she hadn't been honest about the shooting? Did you hear that?
I've heard that, but here's the thing about this too, and I only make this point because there are people within this equation that are in their 50s. So even with her dispute with her label, that's going through the courts. Okay, then let it go through the court.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with the shooting, did he not? Okay, we don't know.
Right.
But that's going through the courts.
Mm-hmm.
So let it go through the courts. But in the interim, it is not acceptable to harass a young girl, which is what she is to people
to them.
Our age,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And to them. It is not acceptable. It's not a good look.
No, that's not
a group
good.
of black men pile on to her. Okay, because whatever it is, it's gonna come out. So let it do its process. Let it be that. But we don't win as a community when the men in our community publicly pile on to this girl. Mm-hmm. Which, one more time, is what she is to people our age.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And there are people within this equation that are our age. So that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
That is not acceptable. It's a terrible trend and pattern that I see.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Not okay. So like, to me, that's feminine. Also.
It is.
Also, there was a time within our lifetimes that even if a man had an issue or didn't believe something in relation to like a young girl,
mm-hmm.
you would let the situation play out and resolve.
Mm-hmm.
But there were rules of engagement,
right,
with how you approached it. And I don't see that. And that's disappointing.
yeah. It is disappointing. I don't know the whole story. I don't know if she did something that egregious that would make them want to, I don't know, belittle her or humiliate her. But I have to agree with you. That's not a good look.
That ain't it.
Especially men. I mean, when you should be pulling her in or pulling somebody on her team in, it's like, let's settle this. Because to your point, things like that used to be settled behind the scenes.
Exactly.
We never knew about it. I mean, we found out about things like that later.
Exactly. But you don't, and you don't condone nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there was, an acceptance that, like, in a man, it's like you don't.
Yeah, you look real tough, man.
You look right. You
look so tough.
That's tough because it's like, great. When Pusha T bent you over, you played your motherfucking position, but you on here rapping about a girl that ain't rapped about you.
Yeah,
with your old ass.
Yes, I think he has to be a little bit older than at least Drake does. Is Drake a millennial or is
He's 36?
Okay, barely.
He's 36, still out here trying to attach himself to every
hot artist,
every hot artist, every young girl. He reminds me of P. Diddy. He's like a fucking vampire. He just tries to find every young hot anything so he can just zap their energy and
save it for himself.
Yeah, and it's like the other part, it's like and then the other thing is like you can get away with a lot of shit when your music's still popping.
Yeah.
That music is mid.
Oh.
It's like,
Oh.
It's like, I don't know who around you, but like let's have a real talk.
Shots fired.
Oh, to still be having these young boy lines.
Oh.
36-year-old man.
Yeah.
He has had no evolution.
No evolution.
In his topic matter or artistically.
Oh.
From when he was in his early 20s. That's the truth.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's the truth. And that shit, and it looks crazy. You look at him and he's still like, I'm like, nigga.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, this is just for the record. When he first came out, I was not the biggest Drake fan because you were.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't, because I did not like his incessant use of the N-word. He was like overboard with every song, every 2 and 3 times and 17 times in a song. I did not like that. I'm like, so this dude is from Canada and he has a white mother and he is using the N-word pretty liberally. But then he came out with some bops, in the early 2000s or late 2000s. And then I was a stan for a minute, but I haven't heard anything from him in a couple years, I think.
Yeah, like he been doing some like bullshit to me for like a minute, and like the stuff that he in 21 done, like the stuff that sounds okay from that project to me is like 21's part.
I like 21.
The shit is like, it's he ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
Then plus he like, and he, I don't know, his pettiness is just so there's this new female rapper. What is her name? Ice Spice.
Okay.
Like 21 or 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So she had this hit song out, I think this summer. And so Drake like gave her a shout out, which means a lot to an artist. He gave her a shout out.
Yeah, sure.
Then he flew her out to
flew her out.
Flew her out. So I guess he tried to, get the cheeks. And
from this young girl?
From this young girl. And she didn't go for it. So when she went back home, he stopped following her.
What?
In, like interviews. So I asked her, like, why did Drake stop following you? She's like, I don't know, So also on this album, he said something about her. He said she's a 10 trying to rap. I'd rather just have it on mute. So he's a petty motherfucker.
He is petty.
That's what they say. Like, if you turn him down,
what?
But people have said this about him for a long time.
I don't like that.
If you turn him down, he will like petty. And you know, he said something against Serena Williams' husband. Said that he was a groupie.
What? About him?
Yes.
Oh shit. Alexis Ohanian?
Yes. Said that he was a groupie.
That's not, oh wow. That man has a lot of money.
Yeah, and I mean they doing their thing. You know, so he had his chance with her.
Yeah, he did.
You should have married her. You didn't. Cause you a thought, nigga. So,
and he's still trying to find himself, it feels like.
Right. So really it's like when you look at the whole scope of it, it's sad. It's almost like he damn near having a midlife crisis. And so like the shit come out and the lyrics and that old fucking and flossing, it's like you need to evolve, sir. Right. Like, damn, this is some
Mr.
bullshit.
Saved by the Bell. I'm sorry. What show did he do? It wasn't Saved by the Bell. It was a Canadian show. What was it?
Degrassi High.
Okay, Mr. Degrassi High. You're not in high school anymore, sir.
Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh, Drake. I hate to hear this about you.
Yeah. And I was such a Drake fan, but like he's disappointing.
I was totally a Drake fan. Yeah. I don't like that. I definitely don't like him belittling or saying anything derogatory about a 20-something-year-old. That's not cool. An up and coming artist.
Yeah.
And she had class. She was classy about it.
Right. And she the child. This is a young girl.
She could have busted you out about your penis size or something, and she did not. She could have busted you out about your inappropriate behavior, the whole Me Too situation, and got the bag. She probably could have got a bag from you.
And I must say, like, she has handled this like eloquently. Like every time I've seen her be questioned about it, and even like recently she's been questioned about like, you know, the lyrics this time from her loss. And she just does a great job to me responding. You know, she just goes with it. You know, she doesn't appear to be, you know, angry or anything. And she just goes with it and, you know, she doing her thing. So,
well,
haters. Thank you for listening. If you liked what you heard, review, subscribe, and share. It helps other listeners find us. And don't forget to follow us at Yummy Fearless on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and even Pinterest, where you'll find additional content from today's show and also our highly curated He Can Get It list. As always, you can listen to the Yummy and Fearless podcast with the Side Chicks on Apple iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and Spotify. And if no one else has told you today, we love you and thank you so much for listening.
You've been listening to a podcast of the Podfix Network. Discover more audible gems like this at podfixnetwork.com. Make sure to catch up-to-the-minute network shenanigans by following @Podfix on Twitter, official_Podfix on Instagram, @Podfix Network on Facebook. And make sure to subscribe to Podfix Presents wherever you choose to find podcasts. The Podfix Network, artist owned and loved.